In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, to whom we all have to turn back. Honorable listeners and respectable audience, you know that we have started a series of linguistics. In linguistics, we have commenced the chapter which is known as syntax. Syntax is the study of the structure of the sentence, that how the sentence is structured. Listeners and audience, if you remember, in syntax we have started the theory which is known as binding theory. I told you that binding theory is concerned by describing the structural relations between nouns. And then I told you and discussed three types of nouns. Like the past one I discussed, that was or expression. Okay. The next type which I discussed, that was pronoun, and the third type, that was anaphor. Or expression is also known as a referential expression. Pronoun refers to someone or something in a sentence or which is already mentioned, and anaphor only refers to someone, refers to our expression within a sentence. This is the difference which I discuss in detail. Listeners and audience. Further, I told you about antecedent. That what is antecedent? Antecedent is actually a noun phrase which refers to someone in a sentence. For example, in anaphor, we see anaphor is actually referring to antecedent in the sentence. For example, if I say he hit himself, so here himself is anaphor, and the antecedent of that anaphor is he, because that refers to he. So antecedent refers to pronoun, and it's also referred to our expression within a sentence, not in other sentence. Now listeners and audience, today I'm going to talk about in binding theory C command. That what is C command? Whenever we are talking about C command is actually a constituent. It is actually a constituent command, where a larger constituent in a sentence commands and controls the meaning, interpretation, structure of other constituent within the sentence. I'm repeating. Whenever we are talking about C command actually refers to constituent command, and it is a phenomena in which a large constituent within a sentence controls the meanings, structure, and interpretation of another constituents within the same sentence. Now, listeners and audience, you will not understand binding theory until and unless you know about C command. So it's defined as I define C commands, you know in the structural relation I discuss in detail. But we are going to discuss this C command again because to know about the theory known as binding theory. As in the structural relation, I told you that we have root node. Root node is a node from where all the nodes they actually extend. So now in root node we also have, for example, A and B, and then we also have, for example, C, D and E. So this is root node, which is also known as a sentence. So then when we say A and B, so in root node we have root 1 and node 1 and node B, or also known as A and B. So this A and B syntactically or in this based on structural relations, they are the sisters of each other. They are known as the sisters of each other, and also known as the daughters of each other, because root node is also called mother node, and when there is a mother node, so both A and B, they are the daughters of each other as well as the sisters of each other. Same is the case, we further extend that nodes. We discussed this in the structural relations. However, I am talking about the structural relations of C command. Listeners and audience, you see this structure. For example, we have A, and then we have B and C. Okay. Then I'm taking further nodes D, E, F, O. Yes, and from F I'm taking two other nodes G, H, O. Okay. Now, according to the C command relation, constituent command relation, that is to say that whenever we say C command and C command, the command or the relation, first the relation goes upwards and then comes downwards as much as you could. It means that whenever we say C commands, so in the structural relation in C commands, the relation go upward and then go downwards, and then it comes down as much as you could. Now how is it? For example, you see B, C command C, B, C command C, okay, and also C commands B. Why it is? Because we say, when we say B, C commands C, it means that it goes up and then down. And whenever we say C command B, it is because that this relation can go up and then down. Okay. Same is the case, we can also say that D, C commands E. Why? Because it goes up and then down. This relation goes up and down. Same is the case, we can say, when we say D, C commands F. Why? Because it goes up and then traces back upward or down. Now, when we say, let me talk about B and C, this node. You know, this is node and these two are the daughters of each other. So now, what kind of relation we call it? B, C command C, and C command B. Why? Because it goes up and then down. Same is the case, it goes up and down. This kind of structure or relation is called symmetric. Symmetric relation. This kind of relation is called symmetric relation or symmetric C command. Okay. On the other hand, if we have A, B and C, and then D and E. So now you see, we can say that B, C command C, and C command B. However, according to this C structure, we can't say that B, C command A. Why? Because it goes up, but then according to this structure, it cannot go furthermore up, or cannot comes down because it is against of the grammatical rules. Same is the case, you can say that B, C command D. Yes, however, you can't say that D, you can say that D, C command E, but however, D, cannot or does not C command B because it is against of grammatical structure. So this kind of structure is known as asymmetric relation or asymmetric C command. So listeners and audience, this is all about that what is mean by constituent command or C command. Hope that this topic is clear to you, and the next lecture we will further discuss about binding theory, that what is meant by binding. Hope that this is clear to you.